Okay, here's one I've gotten many requests on. And so let's jump into it, take a look at it. People are asking for chord progressions in the key of E minor. So let's jump right into it. So, of course, our first chord, E minor. The next chord in that series would be a F sharp flat fifth. Okay, now, a lot of bands don't use this because it has that kind of diminished sound, and a lot of bands will go for an F sharp minor, okay? But to get to F sharp, if you want to get the flat fifth and keep accurate to the scale, then you would fret it, your bar chord on the second fret there, and then I put my second finger here on fret 3, and I got my pinky here, that's string 5, fret 3, and I got my pinky here on string 4, fret 4. Once again, barred at the second fret. Okay, a lot of bands don't do that. They'll go straight to the F sharp minor, but once again, the correct would be to get that flat fifth in there. The next chord in the E minor progression would be a G major. So you could play your G major here or here, whatever you choose. That's the next progression. The next would be an A minor after that. So you can play your A minor here, you can play it here. Okay, the next chord in that progression would be a B minor. Okay, after that is a C major, a D major, and then E minor. Okay, so there's all your chords in your E minor for songwriting or whatever you want to do. Now, so people ask me, they go, well, Shawn, what are some, songwriting ideas or things I could do? Well, let's look at that. Here's a basic one. Here's an E minor. I got my root here on string 5, fret 7. So it's your typical E minor chord here. And then you can go down to your C, or C major, sorry. And now I have a weird pinky finger where I'm able to lift it up, and you can hear my fretted finger there at fret 3, D major, and then E minor. So there's a typical songwriting progression you can use. Of course, you can use your C and your D here as well. Another popular one you've probably heard many times is people do a drop notation, or they drop the chords. They go from E minor to D to C to B minor. And you might have heard this many times. It goes something like this. Typical chord progression there. Now, another thing that people will use, something along the lines of Rush, is they do stuff like this. They'll go. And how that's achieved is they're just basically, well, you could play your E minor this way here, but when they play those other chords I was playing, what I'm doing is I'm muting the G string with my pinky. So the G string, string 3 sounds like this. And I'm going to the G and the A. So basically I'm going. So there you go. Another typical pattern you can use in E minor. Another one, really basic, people use this all the time, just your E minor and your D. People use that all the time. So there's another basic chord. These are all just basic songwriting chord progressions. Another one people use is they'll go from their from the E to the G to the A minor. And so it sounds something like this. Or instead of finalizing on the E, you can take it up to the B minor. You can go like this. just loop it like that. So one final one we're going to take a look at is a kind of a blues pattern, and kind of gets away from the minor thing a bit, because blues rock is a pentatonic minor. But we're going to look at it. This is a typical 1-4-5 pattern. We're going to finish this with this one. And this is with a E7, A7, and B7. We're going to just look at a basic 12-bar blues situation. Goes like this. E7. A7, E7, B7, A7, E7. Finalize on the B7. I got a little out of beat there because I was talking, but you get the idea. So basically like this. And then you just repeat the process. So there you go. These are just basic chord patterns in the key of E minor. That last one was more of a bluesy thing, but we used a major third. But even though we're using a major third in that particular chord progression, the blues scale works just fine. There you go. There's some basic chord progressions in E that was requested. Subscribe, practice, have a great day.